Hey, it's Lis Wiehl here for liswiehlbooks.com, liswiehlbooks.com. I hope you'll check it out, or our YouTube, where we're just starting this new vlog. Every week we're going to talk about the legal issues of the days, any issues you want to talk about, any issues in the news, my new book's coming out, anything like that. But we'd really like you to call in with your questions or write in with your questions to liswiehlbooks.com. This week I have a couple of really sad stories, and I would like to get your opinion as moms and dads out there, what to do. You've probably all heard about this Summer Thompson, the 7-year-old girl in Florida, who was walking home with her brother and another friend, 3 kids walking home from school. It was about a mile walk home from school. They got into some kind of fight, and little Summers, the 7-year-old, ran ahead out away from her brother and the friend, was nabbed, and her body was later found in a Georgia landfill. You know, she'd obviously been assaulted and killed. So many of these, so many of these stories. Are we seeing more of these? Is the media the attention, or are people nabbing our small children at a much more alarming rate? And as a parent, my question is, what do we tell our children? What do we say to our, 12-year-old or 11-year-old daughters out there about what's going on? Do we tell them about the Summer Thompson case? Because it's not just happening in Florida, guys. It's happening everywhere. I had to talk to my daughter last year twice about a letter that came home from the school saying that there was a suspicious-looking white van and a man in the white van, and that if any child were to see this, to run away, yell fire, and all of that. That was just in my little neighborhood. So, but then on the other hand, talk to me, parents. I mean, it's so hard. You really take away all of the innocence from childhood by talking about a case that, happened 1,000 miles away. I don't know the answer. I usually know the answer and have an opinion, at least, for everything. But on this one, I don't. I mean, I think it's just so difficult. We've got to protect our children. But how far do we go? And, do you let your kids walk home from school? My daughter always gets mad at me because I won't let her do it. She said, Mom, well, you in your day, you walked a mile to the bus and back. Didn't we all in the winter, right? I said, it's not my day anymore, sweetie, and times have changed. I want to give another shout out to another case. This is in Virginia Tech. I mean, can you imagine the people at Virginia Tech? That school, of course, endured that massacre last year. There's a girl named missing, gone. Morgan Harrington is her name. She was a 20-year-old, and she was at a Metallica concert. She went outside apparently to have a cigarette and never returned. Her purse was found with the cell phone and the battery unattached. In other words, the battery was taken out of the cell phone, which makes it look like a nabbing. And it was 10 days ago. So, if you've seen anything from that Metallica concert in Virginia Tech, please call, and I've got a number for you here, 434-352-3467, 434-352-3467. These cases just break my heart, but I hope next week when we do this vlog that maybe we'll have some good news about Morgan Harrington. I certainly hope so. On a little bit lighter note, I guess, if you will, have you heard the case today about these pilots for Northwest? Delta took over Northwest. They were flying to Minnesota, and I guess they kind of went past the Minnesota line. They were supposed to stop in Minneapolis by 150 miles. And the reason being, apparently, that's coming out today is that they were both on their laptops together, both the pilot and the co-pilot, figuring out the new Delta laptop system instead of flying the plane. So at first I thought, it's an feel-good story because it's very scary, but nobody got hurt, everyone is fine. But then I thought, wait, if you're one of those 144 passengers that were on that plane and you missed the meeting of your life, the interview of your life because they were on their laptops, might be time to call a lawyer. Damages. Anyway, that's it for this week. Check out liswiehlbooks.com. Check it out on the YouTube. Send me your questions. I really would like to know, again, from parents out there, what do we do to protect our children so there aren't more summer stories like this one? See you next week.